let's see if I've learned how to use this card. Alright, and we swing home for victory. Marog wins the day. Hello and welcome back to the Florida Men Gaming. In today's video, we're going to showcase a game mode that if you're trying to get into Magic the Gathering Arena, you should definitely be exploring. Today we explore the Jump In game mode. This is an intriguing game mode. It allows you to put together two half deck types, and with those decks you're guaranteed at least one rare or mythic, and it will help you build your collection. So if you know what you're going after, you can kind of, with the three options it gives you at the start and the three options it gives you on the second pull, create something that might help fill some spaces in your constructed deck building that you might have been looking for. It costs 1,000 gold to enter, and the gold you can acquire through the daily activities, so you actually have a lot of opportunities to really build this out. So we're going to go for Landfall, as right now I am currently trying to build out some of my green decks. And we're going to go ahead and pair that with, let's take Roiling. I'll use this as examples. I'm pretty sure I've maxed out these two archetypes, but as you can see, it builds a little pre-made deck here, Landfall Roiling, and it gives you, like I said, 40 cards. Some of these you may already have in your collection, some you may not. What we're looking for here is what rares did we acquire? We acquired a Marowak, Fury of Akum. This is a card I've actually been interested in acquiring more of. This is a mythic. It's a legendary creature Minotaur Warrior. Each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each time it is attacked this turn. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control. That is a really cool card. Other cards that we acquired here that fall under the rare category. Let's see if we can find it. It would be hiding from us very, very effectively. The Lotus Cobra, another bomb card to have, another one that actually has been a staple in a lot of the mono green builds, and is another card that I've never wanted to really craft but have always been interested in acquiring. So for 1,000 gold, typically that gets you one pack if you're buying just straight packs, but here we ended up acquiring a rare and a mythic for 1,000 gold. And now we can go ahead and play this deck and acquire from that an uncommon. So just a great way to continue to build out your library. It does require the one card or the one win to get that, and that can be difficult. So we're going to go ahead and play a game or two here and see if we can't pull down a win. Best part is you don't have to play the games out. You can just resign and then those cards are added to your collection. So you win no matter what you do, but for 1,000 gold you get 2 packs worth of value when it comes to acquiring cards that you'll be able to utilize later. So we're going to go ahead and just do a snap keep on this initial hand. Not too invested in the outcomes here. Start off with the basic forest, and then we'll play out the Kazandu Nectar Pot on the next turn here. We'll go ahead and show mono green, play out our little health gainer, and we'll follow it up with the Territorial Scythecat. So far we're having no trouble drawing into our lands, which is glorious. And we'll hold back on the attacks. Next turn we'll be able to play multiple cards. We're going to make this Territorial Scythecat our best friend. They of course will have the opportunity to put down another vampire, so if they're playing vampires it is possible that they will be sitting on Florian, the Voldaren Scion. He tends to be the reward card if you end up playing that particular deck. Alright. We'll go ahead and play down the Druid class. We're going to go ahead and fortify our Scythecat. And we're going to swing in for 4. Scurrid Colony does have reach, so it can be a valid blocker for that Vampire Interloper on the next turn. We'll see if the Scythecat survives past this turn. Worst case scenario, we do have Royal Eruption, which is a viable threat removal option for both cards that they happen to have. Opponent electing to take out the Scythe Cat. Let's see what happens. Looks like all the cards are of the Alchemy variety here, which is very nice. Go ahead and take out the Socialite. They're going to elect to... oh, they're going to bring it right back. Interesting. Go ahead and play out the Scurrid Colony. And we'll hold. Let's see if they attack into it. They do. So, the Vampire Interloper now belongs to us. And they can put 2 damage on us. Opponent getting down another big vampire. That is a scary threat there. Go ahead and play down the forest, start pumping the Scythe Cat, and gaining back some of that health. Down to Dread Knight. That is a big boy. We're going to go ahead and let it through. And see if we can't swing for the fences here on this next turn. Hopefully we draw something that will allow us to do that. Nope, never mind. Opponent is going to take away our threats. Alright, let's go ahead and start beefing up. And we'll hold. We're going to have to chump some of this damage. It's not going to stop all of it coming through, but we'll turn this into a 4 damage hit. I can't math, that's a 6 damage hit. Alright, level up the class. And we'll go ahead and take a swing just for saving face purposes. Hit him with a GG, and we'll go ahead and save some time. Yep, never mind. The attack phase came in before we could quit. So, we'll play another game, just see if we can't get our free little uncommon wild card. But again, if you are just getting into the game, you'll get some free decks that Wizards pre-populates into your system if you complete the color challenges. Color challenges will teach you how to play the game, but if you're looking to build out some key cards and collections, this is a great way to do it. Are you likely to use the Marowak? Maybe not. But the Lotus Cobra is a card that will come in and out of various meta plays until that particular deck cycle rotates out. And that deck cycle will be the next one to rotate out, but that shouldn't happen until, I think it's September, if I'm not mistaken. So we still have, 5 or 6 months before you have to worry about that card becoming obsolete. And you will get a lot of use out of it. Just waiting for the opponent to queue up here. One of the key cards I was able to acquire, just to keep the conversation going while we sit here and stare at a loading screen, Adeline the Resplendent Cathar. That card was a pickup that managed to come in as a result of this particular little game type, and that for a period of time during Crimson Hunt, Midnight Hunt. The Midnight Hunt, it was one of the keys to the mono white deck. Not something I had a lot of wild cards for. I wasn't looking to overly invest in mono white, but it ended up being a great card to have on hand, and was just bolstered by the fact that we had this game mode to help us get there. So this is a interesting hand. We're going to go ahead and keep it. I don't want to mulligan too many times. We took our free mulligan. Since we don't have a 1-drop, we'll play down the Highland Forest on 1 on a tapped land, and we'll build out to that Scurrid Colony. It's another vampire deck. Go ahead and take that damage for now. Next turn we'll equip the pickaxe, and we should be in better shape. We'll go ahead and take a swing. Probably get chump blocked by the Ghast here so that they can have the option to ramp, although we'll see if they take that option. Alright, they've elected to ramp. Let's see what they can do with 4 to 5 mana. Infernal Grasp. Good call. Alright, this will be an interesting hand. We're going to go ahead and equip the Skyclave Pickaxe and do a double landfall so we deal the 2 different damage to the opponent's face, and we should be in good shape from there, assuming we don't get hit with removal. Crawl from the cellar, pumping the zombie. And another Infernal Grasp, so they are effectively locking us out here. Go ahead and play the farmer, see if we can't get some land. There we go. We are now a turn away from Marog, Fury of the Akoum. Opponent electing not to swing in there. Interesting choice on their part. Next turn is going to be a doozy. We're going to go ahead and let this through. Matter of fact, we're going to wait for Marog to come off of Summoning Sickness before we attack in. That's a big boy. Well, that's good. We're taking the Bat Whisperer off the field. That is a big body we really don't want to have to deal with. And I think the landfall trigger only works on the second main phase, so that's good to know. Let's see if they have the removal. Opponent electing to swing in. I'm going to let this down. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe it's not a bait. The debate on that makes me think that they don't have anything that can deal with the Marog right now. Nope, we'll go ahead and let it through. I don't trust that they don't have something that would bait the Marog into death. Another Skyclave Pickaxe. That is a great pickup. I'm going to go ahead and get the first landfall trigger, wait for the second main phase to trigger it a second time, and then we're going to hopefully swing home for victory here, assuming they don't have targeted removal already waiting. Alright, let's see if I've learned how to use this card. Alright, and we swing home for victory. Marog wins the day. New pro tip, if you've never played that card, as I've only played it one other time and I think I had an idea of how its triggers worked, but I confirmed it in this matchup. If you play your land on the first phase, you don't gain the benefit of that additional combat phase. You have to save your land play or play a land like Evolving Wilds, which is a fetch land, on the second combat phase in order to re-trigger into the next combat. So if you're playing that card or planning to play that card, that is the trick. Worked out beautifully, as you can see. Fun card if you're trying to play a landfall deck. And we're going to go ahead and claim our little victory prize, a simple uncommon wild card. And we'll go ahead and resign this session. No need to keep this particular deck, no need to add it to our deck lists. If we're going to build something, we'll build something a little more interesting. Ruin Crab, everyone's favorite little spoiler here. Already have a full playset of those, so it doesn't really do anything for us, but that's, in a nutshell, Jump In. It's a definite game mode you should be investing in if you're looking to build out your collection, and, if you're looking for some fun, you can have a little bit of fun in there as well. But with that, this is Furion from the Florida Men Gaming, signing off.